Hi guys, this is an exciting day for you. You just bought your new CS-201 sharpening machine from Nebraska Blades and the Edge Pro. This particular model is our low amp version of the equipment, meaning that when we plug this in and we got a big flywheel and we turn it on, we're only going to draw about 5.8 amps of energy, and then once it's up to speed it runs out about 1.8 amps. So if you're using yourself a mobile setup and maybe you're on an inverter or a small generator, we're really easy on that equipment and on the batteries. We recommend a pure sine inverter if you're going to put it on that type of equipment. Just helps make sure that the machine and everybody works well together. I want to show you a couple of the features, one of which is we have a plate on these. These machines hold either a 14 or 16 inch plate. And what's in this picture here is a 16-inch plate that's already mounted. This is my personal machine that I use every day. And in a clip we're going to add in, we're going to show mounting a wheel. It's a 14-inch in that case, and it was on the 101. But instead of being redundant, we're just going to add that back in. Up here in the top, you'll notice where there's a little sticker that says brake. So this is one of the features, and I'm going to peel that sticker off, get it out of our way. And then we're going to grab one of the items that's going to come in your kit is the actual brake for the machine. So this is a hand brake that we can, when we shut the wheel down, it'll be able to get us back down to a stop without waiting on the flywheel to stop turning. This again is a single speed machine. They run 1760 RPM. So we've got quite a bit of speed going with the wheels. But when I get ready to install this, there's a pad here for your finger where you're going to be able to push against the wheel, and then a leather pad on the other side that actually is the braking action. There's two holes that are going to line up with the two holes on the side of the cabinet. So I'm going to stick screw in. Might as well grab them both. And then we will get that slid on. Now we're going to take a locking nut and put that on. And it's going to cooperate with my fingers here. Of course not. Let's get it going. There we go. So we're just going to get that started on the holes, and we're going to put this on kind of as our first thing to install. But we have an Allen wrench and a 3/8 socket. So we'll get those on the right side. Make sure we're tightening with our socket. And we're just going to run these in to tighten that up against the side of the cabinet. That's one. And then we're going to do our second one. We're putting our Allen wrench in and then turning our socket together. Quickly tightens that up. And our brake is installed. Now we've got our brake that we can now push our hand against. Another package that's going to come in with your machine is a set of 4 bolts and another Allen wrench, a 1/4 inch wrench here. And we're going to take those out of the bag. And that is for installing the sharpening wheel. Now we're going to inspect the top of our hub, make sure there's no debris or extra material, anything, little flakes of material, metal, things like that. We've already done the same thing with our wheel that we're going to install. This is actually a resurfaced wheel, but you would have a brand new one if it's a new machine. Has 8 holes in it. 4 of those holes are countersunk from the top, and that's the ones that we want to line up with the holes on the hub. We're going to slide it on and grab our bolts. We'll set those in the holes. Now these machines are capable of holding 2 different size wheels, either a 14-inch like the one we're working with right now, or a 16-inch wheel. So either one will fit the same machine, and it's a preference of which one you would like to use. They both do the same work. A 16-inch wheel just has a little more capacity and holds a little more grit because of its size. Now once I get bolts started, I can go ahead and put my Allen wrench on and run those down. We're going to make them nice and snug. Once we get them there, we'll go back and tighten those down. Now, as you can see, our handbrake is over here on the side, and we can now push that up against the side of the plate as if it's out spinning, we can use that to stop the plate. Secondly, with this machine, there are some controls. We have a breaker up here in case we overload things, and that's to protect our drive. We have an on-off switch, which we would turn on for the machine to get moving, and then we've got a variable speed. And so we can control how fast the machine is going to run just through that variable speed. One other thing that we can look at is we have an error code program cover. Underneath this, we'll pop it out. Typically, if it's snapped all the way in, I might need to use a little screwdriver to pop underneath there, or edge of a utility knife. If you look inside here, you can see the little light blue or light green colored device. That is the VFD controller. You can see it has an LED screen along with some buttons. Really nothing there for you to touch, but to know that that is our driver. That's what controls our action. If you're having trouble with it powering up and you're calling us to see if there's anything we can do to help, we'd like to know if there's an error code. And so you'll see like an E-201, something like that, which means that it's not getting the proper voltage. And so that'll help us guide you in how to get things running if that happened to be a need. Otherwise, this cover can stay on when you're using the machine, keeps dust and dirt from getting inside. Okay? For the most part, those are all the features and controls of the machine, and nothing else really for you to set up when you get it new. About the only thing that we really have is bolting the wheel on and making sure that we're ready to work. Happy sharpening.